All right, so I'm filming this after the video's over, but I do want to do a demo on this. I took about 30 seconds to look at the instructions. I think I know what to do. So at this point, you already saw that I was talking about this, but didn't know how it worked. And now we're just going to try it out. So you rip that. Obviously, this whole thing goes around your body, the strap. You pull the top open, pull this out, you unwind this. At this point, you would already have the cartridge inside here, all right, which screws into here. So this would be charged beforehand. You'd be out in a boat or whatever you're doing on the water. Okay, hopefully do this right. That's tight in there. Okay, so you pull the top open, pull this out, undo this strap. All right, and I'm assuming you just pull that cord there. So here we go. Let's see if this works. Because by pulling this cord, it should pierce the top of this canister, which is going to let all of the CO2 out, which is obviously going to fill this bag. But let's see how fast this happens and if it works. So here we go. Oh no, I'm drowning. Yeah, well, that worked. Ooh, it's nice and cold too, because if you're not familiar, CO2 cartridges being pressurized like that, if you ever use them in pellet guns and BB guns and stuff. So yeah, I mean, it worked. It's totally fine. What is cool about this too is that it's reusable. So it's not like it's ruined forever. Once this is not so cold, I'll unscrew that and I can charge it up with another canister, which you can find at Walmart. You can find these by the outdoor section, if you have an outdoor section at your Walmart. You know, big old box of them, like a dozen. It's like $5 or something. So you can use this multiple times to practice if you needed to. So yeah, this is completely filled. Okay, it's filling more as I squeezed it here. Let's see, let's shake that cartridge. Okay, I don't know if that was supposed to happen, but it is completely filled now. And yeah, if you were in the water, this would obviously make you buoyant, regardless of how small or big you are. So that works really well. All right, some more details on the Restube. So first off, I was playing around with this. I had Christina come over and help me because I couldn't figure it out. So there's a couple things here. First of all, this little thing down here does release air, but only if you push this center piece here. Okay, so you push in on this yellow piece here, it'll allow air to come out. Otherwise, it's a one-way valve. If your canister fails for some reason, you can blow into here, okay, to fill it back with air. All right, so just to know, if for some reason this failed, you can still use the product, which is very good. But it didn't say anywhere in the instructions you have to push this valve in. Okay, it's something we just had to figure out on our own. Okay, also, when you're ready to set this up with a new cartridge, you're supposed to only use their cartridges. It says specifically in the instructions that these are tailored for the right amount of air. I don't really know. In the future, maybe I'll test that out to see if a store-bought cartridge would overfill it and maybe, you know, pop it or something, or maybe wouldn't fill enough. Who knows? But this is a standard size CO2 cartridge, so I don't really know offhand. But if you're relying your life on it, I would probably just buy more of theirs. But anyway, so you can see there's a little window here. When this is reset, okay, it's green, so you're ready to pull it. Once you pull it, it goes to red, all right? And then to reset it, you're gonna pull down this tab on the side. So each time you would load a new cartridge, make sure it's screwed down all the way. Okay, this whole thing would be flat, which can't really, there we go, I can kind of let some air out here. But anyway, this would be green here. When you're ready to use it, you take it out of its pouch, you pull this completely, it would let all the CO2 fill the tube here, and then float to safety. And then, like I said, to deflate it, you'd have to push this little valve in here, make it completely flat, roll it up, fold it, whatever you have to do, and put it back in its pouch. So I did want to confirm that it is something that is reusable, which is good to know, and also very important that they recommend you buy their CO2 cartridges. All right, I'm back again to explain this thing. This was a pain to set up. It is actually a cool, you know, idea, but you definitely have to watch this video, which I'm going to show you right now.
Before we begin, make sure all of the 5 pieces listed here are included in your package. Be sure to open the snap-like packaging before you proceed. To load Quikcord, first, remove the cap and bottom plug from the housing. Then, thread the open end of the paracord through the large opening of the housing and out of the bottom circular hole. Next, Continue to thread the paracord through the larger hole of the plug and through the eyelet of the snap light. Tie a simple overhand knot once the paracord is threaded through both pieces. Place the plug into the housing and pull the paracord tight. Secure the snap light to the side of the housing with the Velcro strap. Next, utilizing your pointer and middle fingers, push paracord inch by inch inside the housing. If needed, utilize your other hand to keep the paracord inside the housing. This allows the paracord to naturally stack on top of itself and prevents tangling. Do not stack too much paracord at once, as this increases the likelihood of tangling. Once all the paracord is stacked into the device, thread the running end through the larger hole on the inside of the cap and secure the cap on the housing. Slide the paracord into the smaller hole built into the cap and place remaining cord into the cord keeper on the side of the device. When on mission, to access the paracord, simply pull the cord from the cap to the desired length and cut utilizing the built-in cutter on the side of the housing. To access the buzzsaw or emergency light, release the Velcro strap and pull the snap light from the side of the housing. Crack the snap light and pull the cord a few feet out and spin above your head. If the full length of the buzzsaw does not deploy, pull harder and the plug will pop open, allowing more paracord to flow through freely. Please visit Quikcord.com for more information.
Okay, so I am glad I watched that. Just a couple notes. The paracord hank that was included did not all fit. There's probably, I don't know, 2.5 feet left of it. Really tried to cram it in there. You saw the finger technique there. But it just doesn't snap. Obviously you can see that there's two pieces on either side that snap in. Once you get the cord to the top, it really has nowhere to go. It becomes a whole mess. But it fit most of it in here. I don't know the exact length you're able to carry in this little unit. But I also didn't know about the buzzsaw. So I'm glad I watched the video on the buzzsaw, which is cracking the light and spinning around your head. I mean, yeah, you have some visibility like that. I guess people could see you better. It's an interesting technique for survival. But yeah, so that's it. I wanted to show this a little bit more instead of just taking it out and go, I don't know what this is, which is a lot of looking through the BattleBox stuff. But yeah, so there it is. And also just another note is that the little retainer here that holds this cord, extremely difficult to actually get regular 550 to pinch inside of here. You really have to do a lot of pressure on both sides and kind of work it in that little space. The little razor blade did cut it fairly easily though. All right, and then you have a spot here. You can use your extra piece that didn't fit to make a little lanyard to hang this off your belt or something, I suppose. But yeah, there you go. There's the Quikcord system. These little glow sticks, I think these are regular ones from like, dollar store and stuff. So you can easily replace that as well in case you do use it. Let's say you do want to take this out camping or something. Once you crack that, it's not like you're never gonna be able to find them. You can find these everywhere. All right, but just an interesting little system here. All right, so I'm filming another little segment here because we're playing around with the blanket. Christina's holding up for me, so thank you very much. She's laughing because I'm sure ours are getting tired because it's like the third time we're trying this. But anyway, what's interesting is if you look at it, it looks like you're looking up at the sky on a beautiful summer day. These are all clouds. The fill that's on the inside here is in lumps, okay? So this cloud here is like literally a lump of the fill, and then the dark spot all around here has no fill at all. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. I was a little surprised that there are just big old lumpy clumps of it all over the place as opposed to just, evenly filled up there. So a little cheap with the fill. Wanted to point that out.